Hello, 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 Boldly Boston crew. Today I am coming with you to talk about how credit card dates work. So this video is made for Mrs. Mind Your Money. I promised you a video to show you statements and statement close dates and show you how to find that on Capital One. So this one is dedicated to you. So hopefully you enjoy it, my dear. All right, but before we get into it, I always like to start with a quote. And so today the quote is, "You can, you should, and if you're brave enough to start, you will." Hope you like that one. Let that sink in a little bit. You can, you should, and if you're brave enough to start, you will. All right, who is this video for? And let me go ahead and move my mug out the way because you guys don't want to see me. You want to hear about statement close dates and how all the different dates of the statement, credit card statement, work. Okay, so who is this video for? This video is going to be for every single mama, every entrepreneur that is out there trying to improve their credit score, that is trying to boldly boss up and take control of your credit report, your bad debt, and your financial life. So if that is you, you are definitely in the right place. Let's dive in. Understanding your credit card billing statement, there's several things to look at, but with the billing statement, what is a billing statement? That is simply your statement on what charges you've made. So there's several things that are included with your statement. It's going to be purchases that you've made within a particular billing cycle. It'll have your credit card close date on the statement. It'll have your minimum payment due. It'll have your interest rate. It'll have your balance, what your total balance is. It'll tell you late fees, if what the late fees are for the card if you were to pay late. So I took a picture of my most recent Capital One Spark statement. And Miss Mind Your Money, you were asking where to find the statement close date on the Capital One statement. And that information is going to be right up here. You see right above the account summary, you will see the statement open date, which for me is September 14th of 2020, and then the close date. And the close date for this particular statement is October 13th of 2020. So for this statement, October 13th of 2020, it closed. So right now I'm in a new statement that started October 14th, and it will likely close around November 13th, which is coming up in the next few days. So on the statement, you'll be able to see your payment due date, which mine was due on the 10th. You'll get to see what your balance is if you have a balance. You'll get to see payments that you've made. You'll get to see your credit limit and your available credit. Your cash advance limit, although I do not recommend cash advances because the interest rate is way too dang high. But, there's times when you can't avoid that if you're not planning and that kind of thing. Sometimes you have to use cash advances. I have used them in the past when I was in a tight spot, but I pray that I will never have to do that again. All right, so moving right along. Your billing cycle is just the length of time between your last statement closing date and the next one. So typically billing cycles are between 28 and 31 days, depending on who the bank is. And you can usually find, like with the Capital One that I just showed you, your billing cycle on the first page of your statement. And remember that there is a grace period. And that's just the time between your billing cycle end date and your billing due date. And during that time, You can avoid paying interest by paying the balance in full by the end of the grace period. But if balances are carried over, then you will pay interest on those. So that's why I always say, if you can, pay off your bills. Pay off every month. Pay it in full or close to full. Definitely below 10% utilization. So if you have a $400 credit card, pay it, below $40. And remember, if the statement due date is a date that does not work for you, a lot of banks will let you move your due date. Like, let's say you get paid on the 1st of and the 15th of the month, then you could call and say, hey, I'd like my due dates to be, close to the 1st and 15th because those are the days that I get paid. And they will do that. Now, you can't call in, every other month and change your due date, but you can do it a couple of times with no problem. All right, what is a statement closing date versus a due date? Statement closing date is the last day of a billing cycle. Okay? The statement close date is when the companies actually calculate the finance charges and add them to the balance. And they also prepare the bill on this date. So your balance on your closing date is the balance that's going to be reported to the credit bureaus. Okay? Let me say that again. Whatever your closing balance is on your statement closing date, not your due date, on your statement closing date, that is the balance that's going to report on your credit report. What is the statement due date? The statement due date is just when the payment is due. You want to make sure that you definitely pay by the statement due date so that you do not accrue finance charges and late charges. You want to pay at least the minimum payment by the due date so you aren't charged fees, and then potentially have extra interest charged as well. Due dates are not a moving target. It's normally the same due date every single month. Now keep in mind that the minimum payment doesn't mean that this is the only payment that you can make. So if it says the minimum payment is $100, okay, that's great. But if you owe $1,000, then maybe you want to increase that minimum payment to try to decrease your bill, to decrease the amount that you owe. So I personally, unless I'm in a bind, cash flow issues or something like that, I do not just pay the minimum payment. I try to go ahead and I pay my cards multiple times a month, but I know that everybody can't do that, and I wasn't always able to do that. But you definitely want to pay the minimum payment by the statement due date and more if possible. So this was a nice quick video. Hopefully it helped you to understand. Statement closing dates are very important. If you have questions about this, just drop them in the comments below and I'm happy to help, because knowing all of your statement dates will help you tremendously. Your statement closing dates are very, very important. If you don't know that, then you ain't in the game. If you don't know your statement closing dates, you are not in the credit game. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can hit I subscribe below. Just type that in, I subscribe below, or just type in, hey Kay, how's it going? Type in, I'm a single mama, I'm an entrepreneur. Type in hashtag entrepreneur, and then drop your what business you're in, what industry you're in. I'd love to support and get to know each and every one of you. So happy to meet you all and see your businesses. All right, so make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Also, don't ever miss another video about increasing your credit score, eliminating bad debt. Hit that bell notification so you will find out when I'm dropping the next one. Remember, 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 collaboration is key. Collaboration over competition is key. Now you keep boldly bossing up. Take control of your credit, your debt, and your financial future. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace, love, and happiness, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. And I'm trying to figure out how to stop this. There we go. I will see you in the next one. And if there's a topic that you want me to chat about, message me or shoot a comment below. And I am happy to do that for you. So I look forward to them. Thanks, guys. Go look in my description. Connect with me however you see fit. And I look forward to seeing you and meeting you all soon as we take this journey together to have the best credit scores we can have, the best businesses we can have, the best financial foundation we can have. I just look forward to it. So thanks, guys, and have a great day. Bye for now.